Hey guys, today I'm going to run you through an essential oils class, and this is so that if you can't make it to a workshop in person, which I do actually recommend over this kind of class, that you can still access the information here. So obviously it's not going to be as satisfying for you or even for me, because as I introduce the oils, you're not going to be able to smell them. But I'm going to do my best at explaining what each oil smells like the best I can. I've never really had to do that much because I let the oils speak for themselves when I'm in a class with women in person. Or men, mostly women, but men come along too sometimes. Okay, so what I'm going to run you through today is a little bit about what is an essential oil, just the basics, how essential oils can help support your health, how you can integrate them into your life in many different ways. And then also I'm going to be talking about the company that I work with, dōTERRA, and why I work with dōTERRA. dōTERRA. Beautiful, beautiful dōTERRA. So I'll go into all of that, and then I'll also be introducing you to 10 oils, at least, maybe 11 or 12. There's a few little extra ones that I might throw in at the end. So I'm aiming for about 40 minutes. I'm usually I can do this quite quickly, but I'll see how I go. I'll also let myself free ball. So what I'm going to do is start by introducing what is an essential oil. So the name essential oil in itself can be a little bit misleading because it's got the word oil in it. And when we think of oil, we think coconut oil, almond oil, olive oil, and we think really like fatty substance. But when we're talking about essential oils, we're not really talking about the fat of a plant. It's a pure plant extract, so it's like a fat, it's extracted from the plant, but it's not the fat, it's the volatile compound. And how I like to explain this difference is that if you're going to put olive oil onto your pillow at night, or some kind of fatty oil onto your pillow at night, you're going to get a big fat oil stain. That's not really going to go away unless you wash it a lot. But if you put an essential oil on your pillow at night, like the most popular one for that is lavender, if you put that on your pillow at night, because it's a volatile compound, it's going to like disappear, dissipate. Volatile means that it escapes, right? So that's a big difference. The other thing to keep in mind is that not all essential oils are created equal. So if you're putting essential oil onto your pillow at night and there's stains left behind, big blotchy stains, you're most likely not using a pure oil. And we'll go into that a little bit more in more detail. But just remember, as I'm talking to you about these oils, I'm talking specifically about dōTERRA essential oils. So I'll say things like, you can put lemon in your water. I would not go trusting other companies willy-nilly to do stuff like this. You got to make sure that it's with a company that you really trust and that you know their standards are super high and that what you're ingesting is safe. Okay. So now we kind of know what an essential oil is. It's a volatile compound that comes straight from a plant. It's 100% that. There's nothing else in here. There's no fillers. There's no multi-purpose liquids like the ones in the stores have multi-purpose liquid. If you go and have a look, it might say 1 ml pure essential oil to 1 ml, or for 10 mils multi-purpose liquid. I don't even know what multi-purpose liquid is. Yeah, just don't use them. Don't use them on your skin. Don't try and eat them. But if you've got 100% lemon, 100% lemon, this is just pure lemon rind essential oil. So I want you to imagine now going out into a garden, maybe your grandma's garden or your nonna's garden or your yaya's garden. All my friends have these yayas or nonnas or grandmas that have the old lemon tree, or the orange tree, or the mandarin tree, any citrus, and you pick it fresh off a tree, you're going to get that oil on your hands. Now, you don't get that oil on your hands when you go to the supermarket because it's all dried up. It's all escaped. It's all gone. The oil's all kind of dissipated. But I want you to imagine picking that lemon and having that smell of that moist liquid, the moist oil, is the essential oils that have come off the lemon, and smell that. Remember what that smells like. This is what this smells like. Pure lemon rind essential oil. So in this bottle, a beautiful dōTERRA lemon essential oil, there is 46 lemons. 46 lemons that are from Italy, So where we source our oils, where we source our plants, is always from places where the plant grows endemically. And if it's a cultivated plant, then it's where it grows best. And that's because then there's less need or no need for chemicals, pesticides, and herbicides and fungicides and all that funky stuff. So it's very clever the way that we source. So the beautiful lemon is definitely edible. You can even use it instead of your lemon, your fresh lemon squeezed into your water in the morning. You can use a drop or two of essential oil. And what you can do to jazz it up even more is put a couple of drops of stevia. You know, stevia in alcohol. A couple of drops of stevia, lemon. I really like it in sparkling water. I'll use lemon, and even I've got this one sneaky down here, the beautiful wild orange. So good in water. I'm just going to focus on the lemon. Lemon is also super good for other things to eat. So you could put it in lemon bliss balls. You could put it in your icing for your cake. You can put it in, I actually put it in my pasta sauce or in any other recipes that might need lemony. Maybe like Asian cooking. We do have lime as well. You can put lime in. Lemon is, yeah, so use it wherever you could use lemon. Cakes, anything like that. Okay, as well as eating lemon, it's a very, very amazing cleaner. So I always have this sitting on my sink at home. I put it in my dishwasher. So with my powder, I also put my lemon essential oil, and that's like a finisher for my dishes. I use it whenever I want to get sticky stickers off of jars. So I'll put a drop or two and then just rub the sticker off, and it'll like dissolve the sticker there. So for cleaning, I make my own bench cleaners, spray bottles with a bit of vinegar, water, and some lemon essential oil. So you're starting to see like how super diverse this is. This is your cleaning product and it's your food. And also the emotional side of lemon and all citruses is they're a mood enhancer. So it's uplifting. It's going to make you feel really fresh. You can put it in your diffuser. And we do actually have a really beautiful diffuser that comes with these oils. This guy here. So it can run for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 4 hours, and it's got a light that you can turn on and off as well. So you can put the lemon in your diffuser to help purify the air. It's a deodorizer. It's a deodorizer. So whenever I've got a stinky funk in my house, it doesn't happen that often, I put lemon on. I actually put it on last night because I walked into my room and there was remnant smell of cooking from my family that had kind of gone into my room. So I put lemon on and lavender. So lavender was trying to calm me down. Lemon was to try and get rid of the smell. So that's the beautiful lemon. Welcome to doTERRA Essential Oils, the diverse world of doTERRA Essential Oils. Okay, my friends, now we're going to explore tea tree. Tea tree is from Australia. I'm obviously from Australia, so I'm a big fan of tea tree and eucalyptus. Okay, so tea tree. Who's ever swum in a tea tree lake? Who's ever ran their hand on a melaleuca tree and just smelt it? You can smell that really distinct smell of what tea tree is. Some people don't like this one because it reminds them of lice. And that's kind of a pro and a con. This guy can help to prevent lice. So I know a lot of kids grew up with hippie mamas and now with, spraying the tea tree in their hair to prevent the lice. This has got a really amazing, it's a really amazing boundary oil. So the energetic side of it is the oil of boundaries. So if you're needing to kind of set boundaries with people in your life, you can use this one. But if you're needing to set boundaries with other things like bacterial stuff, fungal stuff, lice stuff, this is your oil to go to. They're beautiful. Tea tree. So I've got two stories I want to tell you about tea tree. One is from a friend, my beautiful friend Anna. Hello, Anna. I don't know if you're going to watch this, but she told this beautiful story about her experience with eczema. So she grew up having eczema all over her legs, and she tells that she would even go to the beach wearing jeans because it was so red and crusty and itchy and horrible for her. So through her life, she tried all different things. She even tried some steroids. She had tried a tea tree oil, lots of creams and all that sort of stuff. And so now she's actually working with doTERRA, and someone said to her, hey, why don't you just try tea tree? She goes, no, I've tried tea tree before. And they said, look, now that you're working with doTERRA, You're going to be learning the difference about how potent and powerful these oils are compared to other oils, but just in themselves, how beautiful and effective they are. So she grabbed the fractionated coconut oil, which I don't actually have out here, but it's a coconut oil that we sell in a 110 ml container, but it's just coconut oil, but it's been taken away from the bit that goes hard. So it's a fraction of the whole coconut oil, and it's always runny. So it never goes hard in the cold weather. It's super handy. So she took some fractionated coconut oil and 1 drop of tea tree once a day and rubbed it on her hands, and then between both of her legs, she just rubbed this 1 drop. Within 2 weeks, she saw a difference. And within 1 month, eczema was gone. And to hear her tell this story, I heard her tell it at a workshop. It was super powerful because I could see the reality of what that meant for her as she got her legs out from under her dress and just like, I have legs! And she was able to show the world her legs without being embarrassed or shy, you know? So tea tree can help in that way. My story with tea tree is that I went to Malaysia last year, and under my tongue here, I got this weird infection, and it was sort of getting worse, and I was sort of just sitting on it thinking, oh, my body will deal with it. But after 2.5 or so days, it got worse, and I could hardly eat. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And I realized, well, just get my tea tree out. Got my tea tree out, swished it around with some water twice a day. And after 1.5 days, 2 days, it was gone, completely gone. Really great for bug bites. Really good for little cuts and grazes. Super good for toenail health if you've got fungal stuff going on. What else is tea tree good for? You can diffuse it. You can add it to non-scented face creams and shampoos if you want to. And I got some little notes here in case I need. Yeah. Apparently it can heal ear discomfort as well. So you can put a little cotton bud in there, and that can help to stop any infection. Tea tree, it says on the bottle, so all these bottles will let you know if they're edible or not. Tea tree is typically not edible. So on here it does say not to be taken. Do not eat me, please. So yeah, do not take tea tree. Don't eat it. There's other things you can eat instead of tea tree. I have played with eating it once, and there are some recipes for pills for the little veggie caps that you can make yourself that do recommend tea tree. So it's not like do not eat it, you're going to die. It's not really one that you'd consider food. More like a real medicine if you need it. So that's a beautiful tea tree. Love it. Never travel without it, and I travel a lot. Okay, next I'm going to show you lavender. So we touched on lavender as one of the most popular ones for sleep. Lavandula augustifolia. Yes. So lavender is one of the most popular, one of the most well-known oils. And whenever I'm teaching about this oil, I actually get a little bit emotional because I remember back to when I was in high school and I would catch a bus from my town, a little local bus. It's a little bus with all of my schoolmates. I'd catch a bus from one town to my school, so it was a 45-minute trip. And school, I liked school, but I really look back now and I realized there was some stress that happened there. So intuitively, every morning, waiting for the bus, I would grab some lavender flowers from this bush that was right near the bus stop. And I'd grab a few lavender flowers and sit on the bus and just break the flowers up and sit with them and just put them right up to my nose and let myself breathe like super deep, right? And I don't know if you've ever had that experience of running your hand through a lavender bush and you can feel that sticky, that almost sappiness on your hand, and you can smell it, and it smells like like your grandma's garden or a cottage garden or just some real like nostalgic, beautiful lavender smell. I'm pretty sure most of us have had some experience of fresh lavender. And then after a while, that smell also disappears. Like the lemon oil, this lavender oil will sort of disappear and it'll go away. I look at this bottle and I look at the liquid in there, and I cannot believe how lucky we are to have this bottled pure extract of lavender. This thing that is so potently calming for our anxiety, so potently helpful to those that cannot get to sleep straight away. It helps to calm the nervous system, helps us calm so we can get to sleep, so we can not be so stressed. And we have this in a bottle. Amazing. And not only is it good for your anxiety and calming, lavender is amazing for your skin. Like if you've ever got a burn, sunburn, yes, or if you've actually burnt yourself, lavender is an incredible healing oil for burns. It can help soothe them. So put it on your skin. You can again add it to your moisturizer, or you can add it into the fractionated coconut oil that I was talking about before. Rub it into your skin. That's going to help soothe things. So if you've got rashes or like burns or bites, bee stings, that kind of thing, this is just a soothing oil. Beautiful soothing oil. It is also edible. So lavender brownies, that kind of thing. I know some of my friends like to make lemonade lavender ice blocks. You can get really funky with it. You can try putting it in your tea. You know, you can get really creative. This is edible. You can really have fun with this one. I put this on my pillow every night. And if my legs are kind of going and I've got lots going on in my mind, but I really know I need to sleep, this one goes straight on my pillow, like 3 or 4 drops, and it knocks me out. Thank you, lavender. Where's the lid? There it is. Okay. The next one is oregano. Oregano. Okay, so oregano is super potent. Super, super potent. If you've ever picked oregano from a garden, you're going to understand that too, or smelt like pure dried oregano when it's good, proper, when it's properly harvested at the right time. It's potent as anything. So this is 100% oregano. You know, this is potent stuff. When I pass this around to a class, I have to give a pre-warning. Guys, just please make sure this one does not touch your nose because it will burn. There we go. I'm a big fan of oregano. I like to take it internally in a veggie cap. You can get these little caps from the health food store, or you can actually get them from the dōTERRA US store. Beautiful vegetarian, vegan caps that you can pull apart, and you can put essential oil inside of them. So it's a really good way to take the oils internally without having to go through the experience of tasting them. So this one, if you were to put it straight into your mouth, is going to burn your mouth. You can put it straight into the veggie cap and take it straight away. Some people like to mix it with fractionated coconut oil because they don't like the idea of this touching their insides, and they like it to be a little bit diluted, but I've heard that it's not really necessary. So feel that out for yourself. If you're going to take anything internally, do your research. Like, be aware. It's possible to take it. They're not dangerous, but everybody is different. Everybody's tolerances are different. So just keep that in mind. Okay, but the beautiful oregano, super antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, and I even want to say antiviral. So there were some studies that I was reading about the effects of oregano and thyme essential oil and how they can go into the body and actually interact through the cell membrane of viruses. And they can interact with viruses. I'm not super good at biology and physiology, so I'm not going to totally go into that in depth with you, but just know that these guys can help fight viruses. And as far as I understand, this is from the science that I've read, that when you go to a doctor, they're going to tell you to wait a virus out. They can't give you an antibiotic or an antiviral, really. But just know this is going to help support your immune system. If you're not using it to sort of fight a virus, just use it to support your immune system in the beginning. So what I would do to do that is to either put it in a glass of warm water, you can drink it, or I would take it internally, or you can make your own rollie. So you can buy these 10 ml rollies empty and put your fractionated coconut oil in and put a drop or 2 or 3 or 10, depending what age you are and what your tolerance is like, of oregano, and then roll it on the bottom of your feet every day like this. Like this. Yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, you're going to smell like oregano foot. So as long as you're okay with that, I'll give you another oil that you can do this with as well. But oregano is super good for your immune system, really great for eating. It's a really warming oil. So in the winter time, you can call upon this beautiful oil. Definitely. Again, good for fungal stuff too. Very good for fungal stuff. So if you've got funky toenails, you can consider using this. I actually had a woman who only bought oregano. One day she signed up, she got a wholesale account and she bought an oregano because she's got a really funky toenail, and she was like, I want to start doing it naturally. So she bought this guy, and it's also good for warts. Burn your warts off naturally. Give it a go. Okay. Now we're going to go to the beautiful peppermint. Actually, I should have started with this one. So what I'm going to do right now, because I feel like it, is turn it upside down into my finger, get a little bit of oil on there, and put it into my mouth. Oh, so good. So that's like taking a natural mint. That's, instead of me taking a little breath mint, that's my breath mint. So again, this is different for everyone. Some people can handle putting a drop under their tongue. I used to do that a lot. I don't so much anymore because I get so much satisfaction just from that little bit on my finger. And I've also heard that, you know, taking it internally too often for some people can actually cause a like an acid reflux reaction because it relaxes the sphincter. It's not going to happen for everyone, but just be aware everyone is different again. So if you're going to be consuming oil straight, just always make sure you feed back in with yourself, because these are potent. Essential oils are 50 to 70 times stronger than herbs. That's very strong. So one little drop of this oil in a cup of tea, like a cup of hot water, is the same strength as having 28 cups of peppermint tea. How cool is that? So, you know, peppermint tea is good for easing the belly, soothing the belly, any digestive disease. It's also really good for alertness, waking you up and making you sharp and be able to focus. So you think what this guy can do. Peppermint, you know, I also call it pep oil, pep me up. Oil of the buoyant heart. It's such an uplifting oil. It's such a joy to have around. This oil, because I live a really active lifestyle, is something I go for every single day. I also have the tendency to get headaches, especially when I'm wearing bather tops like this, but that's all right. So what I do when I do that, I put it on neat, but again, you're probably going to get more out of your oil if you do dilute it, because with the carrier oil, the essential oil gets carried into the body more effectively, because you're putting it into that oil and the oil is taking it. It's not letting it escape. It's not letting its volatility go. And it's helping the oil to really just ease into the bloodstream of the body. This will still get into the body if you put it on neat. It will still. So I'm just going to put a few little bits. These are the places where I put it when I feel a bit hot. I just want a little bit of release. I also put it on my temples. Oh, I've got to explain this one to you. Okay. Oh, this one is like smelling like a peppermint lolly. It's got a sweet note. Super pepperminty, like a peppermint candy. Really strong peppermint candy. And like I put that one drop on my tongue and it was like a really strong breath mint. And when I was young, I used to just like stronger the better. You know, those crown mints or those extra strong mints you could get in the little container. I'd always go for the strongest one. So this for me is a dream. 250 drops. In each 15 ml bottle, there's 250 drops. That's 250 breath mints. Pure breath mints with no added sugar, no added other stuff. And this one, wholesale, is only $28. Isn't that cool? I think it's 28. No, it's 25. It's 25.50. Lavender is 28. So cheap. So beautiful peppermint is also, of course, edible. So yes, you can put it into your mouth like I just did. You can make bliss balls, peppermint bliss balls. You can make raw chocolate. You can do anything you want to do. Anything you eat peppermint in. You can make your own toothpaste. You get really funky with this guy. What I would recommend is to buy this and then we'll get this, however you're going to get it, buy it. Get some rollies, some empty rollies, fill it up with fractionated coconut oil and put 20 drops of peppermint in, 10 to 20. And then you've always got this in your handbag, put a little beautiful sexy label on it saying peppermint, and then you take that with you, and all throughout the day you've got this cooling, beautiful, amazing, uplifting experience in your handbag. Peppermint. Anything else really important about peppermint? So after dinner mints, do you know why we have them? Is to calm our stomach. So instead of having your after dinner mint, you could have a cup of peppermint tea, yeah? Or you could just get a little bit of peppermint on your finger and whack it in. All right, so out of the 10 oils that I'm introducing to you, 6 of them are single ingredient and 4 of them are blends. So this one I'm about to introduce to you is the last of the single ingredient oils. It's also the most precious oil in this kit that I'm introducing to you. And it is frankincense. So frankincense, beautiful frankincense, comes from Somalia in Africa. And there's a lot to tell you about this guy. And I'm going to use this oil to actually introduce a little bit more about why I love doTERRA. So I've spoken a little bit about the quality, which I'll probably speak a little bit about more. But I'm also going to now just segue into that and talk about how we source our oils. So like I said, we source our oils from where the plants grow naturally. So in the case of frankincense, we've gone all the way to Somalia, where the trees are growing wild. And the Somalian people, the country's Somalian people, have trees that they've passed down from generation to generation. So these trees are like really super special and super valuable to these families. And what was happening in the past was these families were living like on a pittance because there was agents coming in, the third party, the people coming in, taking the oil and then selling the oil and giving the farmer not very much. So what doTERRA came in and did is they got rid of these agents, these middlemen, and they started going straight to the farmer. And you know what they did? They actually gave the farmer what the middlemen were getting paid. So what they might have been paying the middleman initially. Got rid of the middleman. Let's pay the farmer. Let's look after the farmer. And I didn't really introduce before myself, but my background is actually in organic farming. I spent the last 8 years as an organic farmer. So one of the reasons why I can work with this company so wholeheartedly is because of this reason, how well they look after farmers. It makes me a bit emotional. Lavender makes me emotional. The farmers make me emotional. I know what it's like to be out there in a field farming. You don't really earn that much from farming, and you work hard. You physically work really hard. So I picture these farmers out there in Africa, and now they're getting looked after. They're getting a really good price for their oil. And what doTERRA ended up doing too was they were able to buy all of the frankincense in Somalia. Maybe if not quite all of it, then most of it. They're buying most of the oil from Somalia, which means there doesn't have to be any competition anymore. So these farmers aren't cutthroat anymore. They've actually set up co-ops. Farmers are now working cooperatively, and doTERRA has set up big, massive warehouses. I've seen the photos. I'm yet to go to Somalia. It's a goal. If it's safe enough, I'm going to go to Somalia. Big, massive warehouses where the farmers bring their resin, and then it gets sorted and it gets stored, and then it'll go and get distilled. How cool is that? So all these farmers now working together. doTERRA goes out, sends people onto the ground, experts onto the ground to help work with these farmers to make sure that the trees are looked after and that the frankincense is farmed sustainably. So where potentially in the past the trees may have been cut a little bit deep, because frankincense is from the resin, so the sap, so the trees need to be cut and kind of tapped. So it's very important that this is done in the right way so that the tree isn't damaged or compromised, because then the tree's life is shorter. So on so many levels, we're helping work with these farmers so that it's sustainable, it's fair, it's cooperative, it's organic. There's no need for chemicals out there. And another thing that doTERRA does is they love to give back to the communities that they work with. So out of the 46 countries that we source our plants from, our oils from, I think about half of them are developing nations. And one of the things forefront in our minds, in the owner's mind, in the corporate doTERRA, the CEO's mind, is how can we give back? How can we give back to this community? So I've already told you a few ways they give back in Somalia, but they also build a hospital because they're out in the country. There's not much healthcare out there, not as much easily accessible healthcare. And doTERRA said to the Somalian community out there, they're like, well, what else do you need? What else can we offer you? What do you need for your community? And the community said, well, we need a school for our boys. We need our sons to be educated. And doTERRA came back at them a while later and said, okay, yeah, we can do that. We can make you a school, but we want it to be for your daughters as well. This is a school for your daughters. And they agreed to that. So that's how we're working together to work with the farmers and with the communities, and also, you know, give them that little bit of like, well, what's next? Let's keep you guys progressing. And I'm not saying that Somalian women aren't educated. This is just in this particular country, part of Somalia. So yeah, that's a pretty cool story. doTERRA are doing their thing there. So frankincense, oh my gosh, oh god, Frankie. Frankie's a super masculine smell. So I said it's from the resin, it's from the wood of the tree, the sap of the tree. It's very woody, kind of sappy smell. Masculine and like deep and rich. And often when people first smell this, they don't actually like it. Often they're kind of like, whoa, what's the hype? What's the hype around this bottle of oil? And I tell them as well, this bottle wholesale is $90, $120 retail. This is one of the most expensive bottles that we have in doTERRA. But without fail, everyone that gets a kit, all of my customers who have got frankincense in their life will come to me and say, Jay, I totally didn't get it. I totally did not believe you when you said it would become my favorite. But for some reason, it's become my favorite. And one thing about, there's 4 oils, and I'm going to introduce them to you later, but I'm going to say now there's 4 oils: helichrysum, rose, myrrh, and frankincense. They all have a really high vibration. They actually vibrate at megahertz, higher than the human body. So this is, I think, one of the reasons why people get so drawn to this oil is because it's naturally helping them to raise their vibration. The scientific community are going kind of nuts with frankincense right now. If you go to pubmed.com, I think it's .com, PubMed, and search frankincense, look at frankincense studies, just go have a quick read. You'll see there's some pretty funky stuff. But in general, frankincense is a cell regenerator, which means, yes, put a drop in your moisturizer. It's going to help you to have a young complexion. I'm 60. Just joking, I'm 30. Internal, you can take internally, put it on your skin, diffuse it, meditate with it, put it all over your body. I had one woman, she used a whole bottle in labor. Use it however you want. Frankie will become your best friend, and then you'll just know how to intuitively use him. Okay. So now we're going on to the 4 blends. I told you there was 4 sexy blends from doTERRA. These are probably the most common blends. They're the most versatile blends. Sorry, they're not the most versatile blends. They're actually quite specific blends. 3 of them are very specific blends, but they're blends that you need every day, in every day-to-day life. So I'm going to start with Easy Air. Easy Air is the natural Vicks. Excuse me. Oh, I needed that. Okay. So Easy Air is a natural Vicks. When you smell it, straight up Vicks. Vicks Vapor Rub. Okay. So when I was young, what's this got in it? Let's have a look. I want to give you a real idea. Laurel, like camphor laurel, I guess. Eucalyptus, peppermint, tea tree, lemon, cardamom, ravinsara, and ravinsara. Ooh. I don't know these last 2 ones. They're like beautiful little ones that have just been put in there. So when I was young and I used to have coughing fits and all kinds of chest stuff, Mama would always get out Easy Air and she'd rub it on she'd get out Vicks. I wish she got out Easy Air. She'd get out Vicks and rub it on my feet and it would stop me coughing. So one of the things you can do with this guy is to also make a rollie, or just put a little bit of fractionated coconut oil in your hand and a couple of drops of the Easy Air. Rub it together and then rub it on your chest, rub it on your throat. You can even put 1 drop or 2 in the palm of your hand, give it a rub, and then breathe it in and you'll feel it go right up into your sinuses, right up here. Amazing. My mum, again, she used to be not addicted. She used to use nose spray a lot. And then the other day she just had to use it again. She was feeling really congested. And I reminded her about this, and I took it up to her, and she could stop using the nose spray because she was getting so congested she couldn't sleep. But as soon as we got this out and she put it in the diffuser and then a little bit on her pillow, she didn't need nose spray anymore. Also with mamas that have bubbers, you can put this in the diffuser in their room. Rub it on their chest, rub it on the bottom of their feet. It's like smell it and you can feel it straight away just clearing. This one's also really amazing if you need to feel comforted. So the energetic side of this is if you feel a lot of grief, it's that real like almost like you can't breathe, you know, you just like contract in your chest. This one, even if you're not sick, you can use this to help open your heart up. Easy air. Also called Breeze in America. So some of these oils, some of the blends have different names in the different countries, and I think that's a trademark thing. So Easy Air in Australia, we've got the registered trademark for that. In America, it's Breathe, just in case there's any confusion. Actually, with the tea tree, it's also called Melaleuca in the States. That's why you'll see a few different names, and it can be a little bit confusing at first. All right, 3 more blends. This one I have to say is probably, I want to say the favorite. At the moment, it's the one that I'm just getting amazing, amazing feedback on. I had a woman send me a whole lot of Instagram films, little videos, crying. She's like, Jay, 3 years I've been chronically bloated, and this DigestZen completely eased her bloating. She can even go out now and have something funky to eat, and she can just rely on DigestZen to completely get rid of her bloating. So you can take this in a few ways. DigestZen specifically for digestion, specifically for bloating, but also for nausea. Its first ingredient is actually ginger. Oh, where are we? Here we go. Anise. Anise, peppermint, and then ginger. I wonder if it's different in different countries. Anyway, no, anise, peppermint, and ginger. So it's got the ginger in it, which is very good for nausea. So some people when they're on a flight, on a boat, they can use this. I've also heard amazing stories of people using it when they're vomiting or when they're going to the toilet a lot, and this can help ease it. So you can eat it like that. You can dilute it again, get yourself some rollies, fractionated coconut oil, 20 drops of this, 10 to 20. And then you can rub it on your belly. Just rub it on your belly like that. Super good for the handbag. So if you go out and you eat something a little bit funky at the restaurant, then you can rub that on your belly straight away, and that's going to help to ease it. Some people get a stronger effect eating it. Some people get a stronger effect on the belly. And I think it depends on the person, and it also depends on the specific thing that's going on in your body. You're going to have to play with that yourself. I really like to just eat it like I did before. 1 drop like that. For me, this saves my life when I fly. I've always had a bit of a gut thing, a little bit constipated when I was growing up, and still sometimes it'll catch me, especially when I fly and I don't stay hydrated enough. So this just completely makes me not have to worry about that discomfort. Just such a gift. DigestZen. Yep. Again, like the peppermint in there is the same kind of thing as I was saying about the peppermint before, the whole after dinner mint thing. It's just another ingredient that helps to ease. So I did say it's got anise, peppermint, ginger, caraway, coriander, tarragon, and fennel. So cool. That is cool. All right. Okay, this blend. So this is for all you athletes out there, but also maybe not just the athletes. So this is called Ice Blue. It's called Deep Blue in America. It's the athletic blend. How beautiful is that? So this guy, the main ingredient is wintergreen. It's got camphor. It's got blue tansy in it. So I don't know, if you imagine smelling sort of like tiger balm, more natural smelling than tiger balm, still very strong, definitely muscle cream, muscle oil, you know, when you smell it, you're like, oh yeah. I want to show you without getting on my computer. Can you see that the oil is actually blue? Yeah, that oil is blue. And that's from the blue tansy in there. So the wintergreen is really warming and the blue tansy is cooling. So as you're putting it on your body, you'll feel that it's going to warm where it's needed to be warmed and cool where it's needed to cool. And because these oils are all natural, this is going to go into your bloodstream and it's going to work systemically. So not only are you going to get relief in your, if you've got a sore neck and you're putting it on your neck, you might also get a little bit, you might also have a sore hip and you might have some relief in your hip. It's pretty cool. Definitely use before and or after exercise. Use on achy joints if you've got any stiff tendons and that kind of stuff. Just do self-massage. Get some oil, rub it in. Let yourself take time with wherever is feeling tense. I love to get it on my calves, sometimes on my feet, but often on my tension headaches if I get them. Guys, we have one more oil out of these 10. And this kit that I am explaining to you is the Home Essentials kit. As you can see, I've gone through a lot of them. I haven't even told you half of what you can do with it. Just remembered, like tea tree is also good for cleaning. I didn't even tell you that. Oregano is great in the shower because it's antifungal. There's so much more you can do with all of these. But I'm going to introduce to you the amazing blend On Guard as the last oil. So this is such a diverse blend. And its history is pretty incredible. It's called the Protective Blend. And it's the blend that people used to use to protect themselves from getting the plague. So they'd wear a bandana and they'd put this sort of blend of oils on a bandana and it would stop them from contracting disease. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that actually, but that's the history of it. Right now it's just going to help with environmental threats. So you can diffuse this and it's going to help keep your environment free from threats and help you from getting sick. It's going to help with your immune support. How cool is that? So with, again, you can put it on the bottom of your feet with a rollie. You can take it internally. My mum actually puts it on her tongue, gets it straight down her throat, and I've started doing that too because I have this thing where if I get a sore throat, it can go down and tap into my chest. Like I said before, when I was a kid, I got a lot of chest stuff. So if I don't want to get a chest infection, I just start taking this, again, put it on my finger, put it in my mouth, and let it go down. If I do that like 3 or 4 times a day, I feel like, yeah, it completely gets rid of the sore throat if I catch it early enough. So it hasn't had time to go down to my chest. So the beautiful On Guard is really great for immune support. Extremely good for flavoring food. If you smell it, it smells like Christmas cake. It's got cloves and cinnamon and wild orange, cinnamon bark and cinnamon leaf, eucalyptus and rosemary. So good. So what I do with this one, if I go out to a cafe, get a turmeric latte or a hot chocolate, put a few drops of this in, especially if I've been traveling a lot, a bit underslept, and I want a way to get this into me to help support my immune system. I just make it yummy. Just make it, like put it into something yummy. So it doesn't have to be like straight down the gob. You can also put it into veggie cap. Put it in your veggie cap and take it that way. On Guard also is an incredible cleaner. So clove is super antifungal, anti-mold, and clove is also a antioxidant, one of the highest antioxidant foods on the planet. So if you can get this into you orally, you can get it into your diet, do it. Just do it. So potent, so powerful. dōTERRA does a whole range using On Guard. So we've got toothpaste, we've got laundry liquid, there's a multi-purpose cleaner, there's even throat drops and hand sanitizer sprays and all this funky stuff because of the potency and the cleverness of this blend. We just wanted to make all these amazing options for you guys. I've actually got a friend also who is going to make her own wipes for her baba because they're going to Vietnam. So what she's going to do is cut paper towel and put some warm water with coconut oil and soap and that kind of stuff with some On Guard. And that's going to really help her to keep her baba safe from the germies. I also don't travel without On Guard because, again, immune system being compromised is super easy whilst you're traveling. Okay, guys, that was 10 oils. That is known as the Home Essentials Kit, the HEK. And the Home Essentials Kit, along with the diffuser, the diffuser is part of the Home Essentials Kit. So you get 10 oils and this diffuser which I showed you before. And that is the way that I recommend anyone starts with oils. If you're wanting to get oils in your life, get these 10 oils. I send you a document that tells you how to use them. You've got my full support and my enthusiasm. Obviously very enthusiastic about these guys. You've got my support, my enthusiasm. I'm a health coach. I've always wanted to be a medical doctor. I don't want to be a medical doctor now, but I just know that this is something I love to do, is to help people use these babies, get the healthy things in their life. So what I'm going to show you now is the best way to get your oils. I'm going to share my screen with you. And then, here we go. So what I'm showing you now is the enrollment kits for dōTERRA. So the best way to get oils is to start with an enrollment kit. Sexy kits. All right, so there are 7 kits you can start with in Australia. The Home Essentials kit is the one we just went through. It's $330. I always recommend you get this kit with a fractionated coconut oil. It's only $16.50. So it takes it up to being, I think it ends up being whatever, 330 plus $16.50 plus postage. Plus postage is $7.95. So if you do a little bit of maths on that, it's totally affordable. You're getting all these 10 oils and a diffuser. You're getting frankincense, which is $120 retail, $90 wholesale. You're also getting your wholesale membership included in that. So that's usually $35, but that's just included. All of these kits actually include your wholesale membership, your yearly wholesale membership. So you get those 10 oils I described, you get my support, you get this beautiful diffuser, and you actually get another little gift if you order before the 14th of April. You might be watching this way into the future, but there is another little gift. I'm just going to show you what that is. If you're listening to this into the future, ask me, because there may be other little gifts too. That happens sometimes, not always. There's a really good one at the moment though. I'm just going to introduce some of the other kits to you so you can see what the options are. Okay, so we also have the Nature's Solutions kit, this one here. This is such a beautiful kit. It's got 15 oils, 14 of them are 15 mils, and the one little ice blue here, which is the 5 mil. And then you've got a box for your oils. You've got foaming hand soap, ice blue rub. You've got your diffuser, some skin protection stuff, the beautiful Easy Air stick, vapor stick, and then some fractionated coconut oil and stuff like that. That one's $635. Really amazing kit. I was talking to some customers of mine that got this. I was talking to them last night. They got it about 2 months ago. They are so stoked that they got this one. And I love it. I've just seen them blossom with this kit. There is another really big kit. This is good for if you want to start sharing oil. So if you know that the business side of dōTERRA interests you, I'll go into that in 1 second. This is a good kit to start with too, because you get all the oils that I just mentioned and you get a few of them. I think you get like 3 lemon, tea tree, peppermint, digestion, lavender. You just get a whole lot of oils, and you get a diffuser, fractionated coconut oil, lots of stickers, all the good things. So that's just a really sweet big kit. Then you've got the dōTERRA Touch. You can get all of these in the pre-made rollies. It's a good little kit, but I really recommend just going the Home Essentials kit and making your own rollies, because these ones you can't really put in the diffuser and you can't eat them. But you know, you might just want a rollie, and that's totally fine. There's a whole another side of oils too, guys, the emotion side. I brought it in only a little bit just now, but it is such a gorgeous side of the oils. I'm not going to go into it right now, but what this kit is for those that are really interested in the emotional side. And I've sold a few of these kits for people who want to enroll and just focus on the emotions. This has six little bottles, so the 5 ml bottles of the specific blends that are going to help with motivation, cheer, passion in your life and with your partner, your life passion or passion with your partner, forgiving yourself and forgiving others, console if you're feeling upset or if someone else is feeling upset, and peace. Peace is so beautiful. So that's another option. There's all these amazing options. And I also want to introduce this little kit to you too. If this is just not doable for you, which I would just say it is just the best value, but if it's just not doable for you, there is this little kit here, the Essential Collections kit. This is all 10 of the oils that I introduced just now in small bottles. So remember this little guy, the ice blue. He's in a 5 ml bottle, and the rest of them are in 15 ml bottles. So this 5 ml bottle has 80 drops of essential oil, and the big one has 250. So 80, 250. So what you're getting in this kit here, the Essential Collections kit, is 10 oils plus a Smart and Sassy. And they're 5 ml, except for the Smart and Sassy is 15, for $174. So it's about half the price of this guy, of the Home Essentials kit, for about a third of the oils. Tiny bit over a third of the oils, with no diffuser. So you can kind of weigh it up. You know, you're not getting as much oils, but it might work for you. I sell a few of these, but I still always go back to this one because the value is great. And again, if you want to go into the business side of it, this is the kit that you can just use to teach off of, because it is the Home Essentials kit. If people want to start, get on the Home Essentials and then build on it from there. How cool is that? Okay, now I'm going to introduce to you the present, this month's present. So before the 14th, you've got one more week, it's April 2018. You've got Salubel. Beautiful Salubel. It's called the Beauty Blend, and I'm going to read to you a little bit about this oil. Okay, so we can see that retail is $129.33, and you're getting this for free. If you buy the Home Essentials kit, you're getting Salubel for free. Wholesale, it's $97. Oh my God. Okay, so this bottle, like I said, is known as the Beauty Blend. Some people also call it Botox in a bottle. When I say this, some people actually put off. They're like, I don't want big fat lips. Anyway, I think it's great. So this little bottle of Rolly is pure. It's not diluted with fractionated coconut oil. It helps to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So a lot of women that I know like to put it here, give a little rub, maybe a bit less than that. Spread it around. You know, put it up here on your winkies, little winkles, and just rub it in neat, or you can dilute it. You can dilute it with some fractionated coconut oil if you want to, because it is a strong oil and it sort of can cause skin sensitivity in some people. This oil has like a holy smell. The oils in here are all the oils that I mentioned before that were of that super high vibration. Frankincense, rose. I think rose is the most expensive oil we have. Myrrh and helichrysum. Those 4 oils are very high vibe oils, and it's also got a little bit of lavender. For, you know, what I said about the skin, helps to ease the skin, it has an easing effect on the skin. Okay, so it helps to reduce the signs of aging. And I've heard so many testimonials about women who have put this on sunspots, whether it's on their hands or whether it's on their face, little spots or like pigmentations or discolorations. They've used this every day, once or twice a day, and it's helping to ease that, and it actually can get rid of those spots. My mum used half a bottle of this in like a month. Like, Mum, that's a very expensive habit. Okay. So it's formulated to help reduce the appearance of premature aging and moisture. It helps to moisturize aging skin. So I'm starting early. Apply a thin layer of Salubel to the face, neck, and décolletage. What is a décolletage? Décolletage. I don't even know what that is. Then repeat application to targeted areas of concern. So it's something you can use regularly. Like I said, there may be some skin sensitivity. So just always, always, always feed back into yourself and know what your limits are, know what your skin needs, and totally don't listen to me. Listen to me for like advice, but then go and experience and go and find what works for you. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to wrap it up now. Okay. So what I want to just tell you quickly now is another way that you can get your oils. So you can get the kits. That's the best way. But if you really don't want to get a kit, you can pay $35, and that'll give you your wholesale membership for a year. And then you'll be able to access the wholesale prices, which is 25% off retail. So it's $35 for a year. Pay the $35, and I can help you. Just let me know if you're interested, and I'll help you with how to do that. And then you can pick and choose any oil you want. And these were only 10 of the oils that I introduced. We've got wild orange, we've got smart and sassy, we've got thyme, basil, like cinnamon, ginger, all this cool stuff. Citrus bliss, elevation. This was my first oil, actually. My first doTERRA oil was elevation. So oil, the joyful oil. Okay, I'm not going to get sidetracked. Anyway, so you can just get a $35 membership and then pick and choose your oils. It's not going to be as good value, but it might be good value for you because you might just know what you want and you want to pick out your oils. So you can always do that as well. And then you can pick out whenever you want for wholesale price. So if you decide to jump on board, get some doTERRA oils, you become a wholesale customer. And I love this about doTERRA. It is a choose your own adventure business. Okay. You're never locked into anything. How cool is that? You choose when you get your oils. You can get them once every 2 months. You can get one oil a year. You need to get one oil a year to keep your wholesale membership. But then other than that, you just choose whenever you want them. But if you want to build your collection slowly and steadily, we have this beautiful option called the monthly order, where you can order monthly and you set up a template, which you can change every single month, and you order or you do an order of oils once a month or twice if you want to, but at least every month. And if you're doing this, you're going to be rewarded. And the longer you do this, the more you're rewarded. So what I do is every month I choose the oils that I need, whether that's, I finish my lavender or I finish my digestion, so I'll top up. Or there might be a new oil, like this month I got petitgrain for the first time. I'd never tried petitgrain, and I got rosemary for the first time. I can't believe I hadn't had it yet. So I'm always like realizing and finding new products within doTERRA that I still haven't tried, and I'm adding to my collection slowly instead of thinking I have to get it all at once. I've been building a business with doTERRA for 6 months, and I'm still learning, constantly learning. But this beautiful monthly order program gives me the opportunity to work towards getting 30% of what I'm paying in oils back to me by the end of a year of doing that. So I'm actually going to be getting 55% off retail price within a year, not just 25. So cool. And I'm getting free points. Yeah, so those free points I then get my oils for, more oils for. If you want more details on that, let me know. I'll help explain that. There's more to it, but it's really beautiful. Just know that you have the opportunity to buy every month if you want to and get rewarded for it. Yay! Okay, one more thing. There are 3 ways. I'm just going to show you this here because you might see that's like more legit if it's on paper. Anyway, live, share, build. I'm going to tell you what live, share, build is. If you get the oils into your life, you're just going to be living an essential oils lifestyle. I'm going to support you with that. How to replace chemicals for essential oils. How to replace laxatives for digestion. Seriously, it happens. How to replace, sleeping pills for lavender. Maybe like steroids for, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not allowed to say that. You'll just find that essential oils can really come into your life and help support your moods and help support your physiology and help support your immunity and all those amazing things. Make your food taste yummier. That is called living an essential oils lifestyle. Then if you find that you've just fallen in love with the oils so much, you might want to share. And all sharing means is you tell a friend like, hey, these oils are changing my life. And your friend's like, what? Tell me about it. And then suddenly, before you know it, they want some oils. Then you're a sharer. And by being a sharer, what happens when you're a sharer is you get rewarded. So there's heaps of support for this. But if your friend wants to get oils, we can help get them oils. And you're helping them get their own wholesale account. And you get a commission for that. Yay! It's super, that's that simple. And what I do is I travel around Australia helping people hold their first few workshops. So if you want to get a few friends together, let's have a little class. I'll come and teach your people. I'll come and give you the experience of having the oils in your hand. And if your friends want to get onto the oils, then we can show them how to live an essential oils lifestyle. And the aim in that is that you can get your oils for free. I want all of you to have your oils for free as much as possible. And then there's build. Build means that you're building a business with doTERRA. And all that means is that you're kind of like a sharer on steroids. You just go out there and you share. It also means you are coaching, you're teaching, and you're leading others. So yes, you're sharing, but you're also holding space and helping other people to share authentically as well. So cool, because what that I find is doing is helping them tap into their self-confidence. Because if you've got the confidence to share something that you're passionate about, that's going to be helping you to sit up straighter and talk with conviction about what you love. And if you can earn a commission for that from a beautiful company that is doing beautiful work, I haven't even spoken about the charity side of dōTERRA, but we are working with charities, helping kids get out of sex slavery and helping women access washable menstrual pads and help them stay at school and get educated about their periods. Another business that I used to own was actually making washable menstrual pads for women. So for me, this business is summing up so much. The organic farming side, wanting to be a doctor side, the health coaching side, helping women get menstrual pads, sitting in circles with women, traveling the world, watching women be empowered, talking about business. Dream business. So amazing. So guys, that was a Home Essentials kit. That's how you can get started with your oils. Please do yourself a favor and get Salubel. If you're seeing this, woo! Send me a message straight away and say, Jay, I want the Home Essentials kit and I want that free Salubel. If you're watching this after April, say, Jay, I want a Home Essentials kit and I want you to help me get the best value. I want you to get the best value. It's my job. I'm here to help you get the best value, help you get the oils in your life, and then help you know how to use the oils so they're not just sitting there gathering dust. How cool. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening to me. Really appreciate it. I hope you've learned something, and I will be here to answer questions. You can send me a message below if it's on Facebook. If it's in an email, send it around. I will add my email address onto the end of this video, probably, if I can figure out how to do it. If I can't, it's jaykimber, Jaykimber, jaykimber.mail, mail, @gmail.com. Send me an email. How high tech is that? Bye guys, you're awesome. I can't wait for you to be using essential oils. They're going to change your life so much.